What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's about that time for another episode of I Hate the Homies, and we glad that you do. Rock Teasy is who I be, episode number 116.
Man, it's your boy GRIFF, a.k.a. Raider Nation. They suck, a.k.a. Mr. Go Blue. They suck. I probably shouldn't even say Jason the Jet Terry no more, but he starts sucking for no reason, walking down the streets of Dallas. But I hate the homies.
Jeez.
I didn't know where you were going with that because you started off like you wanted to say something else, but I agree with you on all that. This your boy Super Dave, but guess what, y'all?
We don't
care. And shout out to Jason the Jet Terry. That's the homie right there.
Oh, yeah. Good. Great dude.
Big dog. All right, man. It's real simple this week. We're going to recap college football, talk about the matchups for this week, and NFL from last week. How do we do with our picks? And we're going to do our picks this week as well. And the robots. Elon Musk is changing the game with AI, these iRobots, and now Slim Thug, rapper, saying that they may replace people. And he went so far as say even his woman, significant other, whoever, because the robots ain't got to worry about talking back. so we're going to give you
some oil.
We're going to give you our pick.
Yeah, but they look at you. They're not.
Why I ain't recharged? Why ain't nobody recharging me?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Let them go ahead and just drain their battery out. You go and sit over there for a little bit. So we're going to get it started, man. Episode 116, I Hate the Homies, starts right now.
You done messed up, Aaron.
Yeah, huh? I've been geeking for this broadcast. Got me in my bag, cause all they do is talk a lot of trash. Wait until I see them face to face off of this podcast. What you gotta say now? Check the facts, don't have the wrong stat. Rock T, he a genius as a sport, make Ricky smile, boy. Super Davey Holly come up short on like it's Cowboys. Always controversial, GRIFF call out plays, no rehearsal. Got me talking all in circles. I hate the homies. And GRIFF be laughing like it's funny. But they never bet no money. They my mans, but they throw me. I hate the homies.
Well, what game are we going to start with, ladies and gentlemen? Do you want to start with and get this out the way, Super Dave?
Well, let's go bottom. Let's go bottom.
Let's get Buff Nation out the way, ladies and gentlemen.
No. I didn't say that.
Oh, they don't get to go to the top.
No,
Georgia, Texas.
Yeah, they not even top 25. Don't even put that out there.
Listen, let's just go ahead. Let's just get the prime Teasy, my kneesy out the way.
No,
let's go. Let's go. Okay, go ahead.
What we're not going to do is start this Dion. What we will start with is number one Texas losing to Georgia.
Yes.
Did y'all watch the game?
Sure did. Every minute of it.
I did too.
It was beautiful.
I watched every minute of it. I thought that first half, Georgia put that thing on them. When they start throwing beers and cans out, Rock, I was hitting you saying, what is going on? Because remember, after they threw the beers in the can, then the refs decided they would like to change a call casually while all the confusion was going on. And
it was the right call.
Before you get to that call, everyone and their mama was picking Texas to win this game. When Texas became
until the game started.
Until the game started, and y'all forgot what Georgia and what the SEC. I know they're in the SEC right now, but this is their first year in the SEC.
Right.
They have big games every single week, and Georgia felt disrespected. They've told you that. They told you that all week. But in this game, they came out from the beginning, and who won on the defensive line? Who won on both
Georgia
sides
peeled their ears back, but I do have to give Texas a little props. At the half, they came back, got 15 unanswered. I was like, because I'm at a hotel arguing with a white lady who a Texas A&M fan, so she wants Texas to lose, and we talking about Quinn and Archie, the quarterbacks, right? So we going back and forth. Quinn comes back, and I said, I was telling Roz, I was watching the game with Roz in New Jersey. I said, it all depends on what happened at the half. What do the coach tell to you at the half? Them boys came back, got 15 unanswered, and got a little full of themselves. And as soon as he got the first down from Georgia, Then it went all downhill again.
It wasn't 15 unanswered. They came out. They dominated the first half. Georgia did.
Absolutely.
They looked great in the first half. What happened in the second half? And this is on coaching. I don't know. Sometimes you overthink him, coach. And I like Kirby Smart. He's on that umbrella with Nick Saban. But why do you come out? You dominated them on the offensive side with your defense. Why do you come out in the second half and kick an onside kick and give them a short field to work with? Because if it don't work, they got a short field to work with, and they get their offense going.
No, Texas kicked the onside kick.
Who?
Texas did.
No, Georgia did. Coming out the half. It was Georgia kicking that onside kick.
Oh, and you absolutely right. Yes, Doing too much. That's
what I'm saying. You were dominating the game. Texas had no answer.
Now you want to do stupid stuff like you was losing? Doing too much. You should have pinned their ears back. Maybe let them get 3 for the whole game. I said the same thing, dog. He changed the momentum with that stupid play. 15 points.
So here's the deal. Big ups to Georgia for winning the ball game. Congratulations, they won. They did what they had to do. Yours is not the same since he came back from his injury.
That's the bottom line, Rock.
I would have stuck with Arch Manning.
I would have stuck that boy in just to see what would happen, dog.
Arch opens up the field more because his legs. He runs a little bit more. He's more of a threat. So I'm like, man, just stick with the guy. Yeah, Ewers got a couple touchdowns in the second half, whatever. But man, I would have stuck with Arch. Would have changed the outcome of the game? Maybe not. Georgia still might have won the game, but still, I think.
But Arch at least you give yourself a little momentum and some hope.
I think Arch gives Texas a better long-term success throughout the rest of the season. And I get it. You got, because Ewers is a senior, right? This is a senior season.
Yeah.
Does he have one more year? This is it.
Last year.
Who knows with all this NIL and transferring, dog? He could be at North Dakota State starting next year. Who knows, dog? I'm rolling
with Arch, man. I'm rolling with Arch the rest of the way.
You want to go there, and this is where I say coaching becomes a big factor too, because Sark, Quinn's not playing great in that first half at all. In the first quarter, he pulled.
They was on him, Super Dave. You saw it.
I saw it, but in the second quarter, you pull him out and put Arch in, and Arch is on the sideline going, I played against Mississippi State and Louisiana Monroe. Georgia's a different team. And they showed him. He had that one big run. But once Georgia found out, okay, this boy can run, but we're going to show him he ain't got the same kind of speed we got. What happened on the next play? He got hit, and he fumbled the ball.
Busting his mouth.
At the end of the day, I'm rolling the dice because he got that Manning blood in him. And he's I'm rolling the dice. He got that Manning blood.
Worst case scenario, one of your uncles could work with you after the game.
He ain't shook. He ain't mentally shook.
Hall of Fame uncles.
Shoot, he's shoot.
What did I tell y'all for the last 3 weeks? And I told you about Texas. Yeah, everybody wants the shiny new toy. They saw Texas at number 1. We've been waiting for Texas to be where they were when Vince Young already won a national championship, and they hadn't been there. And they've always come up short like they did against Washington last year in the semifinals and the playoffs. So we all thought, okay, not me, but everybody else wanted to say, this shiny new toy. Alabama's out the picture right now. We want the shiny new toy to shine right now. And what happened? They played Georgia, and then you put yourself in a situation now where you got a quarterback controversy. Sark can say whatever he wants to say.
Yeah, you did.
He can say whatever he wants to say. He knew what he was doing. That's what he said. He knew what he was doing. But if Manning would have came in and played well, which he didn't, it made it easier for him to make that decision to bring Quinn back.
Well, he only had one series, right?
Well, he only had one series, then they went to the half. But Rock is saying, I'm with you, Rock. Back to the white lady at the motel, at the hotel, at the West End in New Jersey. That's what we were saying.
What?
Bench Youngin, bench him. He done did his best. Let's see what the youngin can do against the best too. Worst case, we losing. We either lose big or we lose. But we lose.
But I've been saying this for the last 2-3 weeks. But even when Arch came in to fill in for Quinn, the bottom line was you're playing against Louisiana Monroe, who has no offense.
No, we wasn't saying he was going to be respectful.
Because everybody started saying this after the game. Not you guys, but other announcers. They were saying this after the game. But we all knew that Texas ain't played nobody. I've been saying it for 4 weeks. They hadn't played anybody.
But we haven't been arguing like, yeah, they have. They haven't played nobody.
Argue with me last week.
Dog, I'm a Michigan. I got Michigan problems, dog. I actually don't care about Texas.
What about
It's easy to say you ain't played nobody when teams start losing. Like when Texas
they played Michigan week 3.
Michigan was ranked.
Michigan
was ranked. And it doesn't matter. Michigan was a top 10 team when they played them.
Absolutely.
Oklahoma was ranked when they played Oklahoma, right?
Pull up the offensive stats. Michigan is like 90.
That ain't got nothing to do with what I'm trying. That ain't my point. That ain't my point. Ain't my point. It ain't my point.
What else?
No, dog. Where was ranked what? They was ranked what? What do they base when they decide when there's teams on the bubble to get in? What do they decide on? They go strength of schedule and what else?
First.
Okay, so how many ranked teams did you beat? They go through all. That's part of the formula. So at the time that they played Michigan, Michigan was ranked what? Griff. At the time they was in the top 10. So they beat a top 10 ranked team. I don't care if they were sorry.
You must don't watch football because the bottom line is they go by there at the beginning, but then at the end they see where Michigan is at the end.
No. We're not talking about.
No,
we
they
just
don't.
Saying that
at the point.
We can't say they ain't played nobody because they had that. They was week 3.
Come on, man.
That was the biggest game of the week. Michigan, Texas.
At the time that you play that opponent, they are ranked.
Look who don't know how to.
His legs don't quite cross because they ain't long enough.
Look, that's his wife get it way worse. She get cussed out. He just can't cuss us out.
He got the baby legs.
His wife take bad ones at the house.
On this podcast, we had a regular podcast. I would be cussing
the baby legs don't quite cross all the way.
It looked like that.
You don't listen. Like everybody else that came out after the game and said what they said about Texas. We all know Texas didn't play anybody. I ain't the only one saying that.
Listen, man.
Other people have said that.
Look,
in Michigan's defense, they ain't nobody. Listen, I'll go ahead and say
we now know that Michigan is sorry.
And we don't have a quarterback.
Michigan was soft back then. They had no quarterback. They had no
quarterback. Week 3. We was dying.
You ain't listening to my point. I'm not disagreeing with you on how the talent. They are sorry.
Look at back.
They go to legs. Little baby leg, little cross.
I ain't got my legs up there now. Now, go ahead.
But my point is this, doggone it. I agree with you that they sorry. My point is, it's a fact. At the time they played Michigan, they was a top 10 team.
Absolutely.
That says that's a check a box when it comes to, okay, if they're a bubble team at the end of this doggone playoff. When they played Oklahoma, was Oklahoma ranked? Were they?
Yeah.
They was ranked. Okay. They blew out Oklahoma. But at the time, they are ranked teams. So that's another check, a box that they check. They beat 2 ranked teams. Okay, so that goes a long way when it comes to choosing teams that's going to make the playoffs according to schedule. If Texas finishes up with 2 losses and you got a whole bunch of 2-loss teams, they're going to say, okay. They're going to say, okay, out of all these 2-loss teams, who has the most wins against other ranked teams? That's where they start.
They are going to do that.
They're going to start there.
With that, Dave?
Y'all don't remember when this playoff thing, even before this 12-team playoff thing, even when we had the 4-team playoff, you don't remember people saying, and I'm talking about from the committee, it's not what they just did if they beat Michigan when they were number 10. It's how Michigan played. It's how Michigan played later on that counts too against them. It counts against Texas because then they find out Michigan wasn't that good. Like Oklahoma is not that good because they have no offense. All the teams they played so far except Georgia.
We ain't got no defense either.
Who is that?
Michigan.
Michigan got a defense. But
no, sir. Will Johnson been out for 2 weeks.
But see, the problem, what I'm saying about Michigan is you got a defense, but if your offense ain't doing crap, your defense is on the field so long, they end up giving up.
They can't do nothing either. Exactly. Okay. I'm not arguing with nothing you saying. Okay. We just saying that we wasn't saying that Texas was, but we knew that Georgia was going to be the test. You said that, Dave, probably week 2. Well, I'm looking at their schedule, and you went through their schedule, and you took out the Monroe, Louisianas, and you was like, they real test is Georgia. Everybody knew. We just didn't know they was going to get exposed. That's all I'm saying. I thought it would have been a better game
because they never had the lead.
No.
I don't care if they scored 15 points. They never gonna win that game.
I just thought it was a good spark for the 15. after the stupid onside kick. Like, that's what you get. Like, that's what you get for giving it, because the stadium was done. They was quiet. They was throwing stuff. They was out of order. And you kicking the onside and them getting it, and you and Quinn looking like you had a good talk with him. That's what you get. But then
did you see Longhorn superfan Matthew McConaughey on the sideline trying to get him?
All right. Yeah.
He was getting him. He's like, come on.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on before we move to the next game. But the play you were talking about, because this is a big call. The play that I think it was on 3rd and 8, whatever. And
it was an interception.
And
they said he grabbed him.
Yeah, it was pass interference.
Yeah.
They took it away because the kids, well, they're not gonna say this. Kids, once they heard the call and they saw the video, just like Sark saw the video, it wasn't pass interference. You had kids throwing bottles on the fields, the student section throwing bottles on the field. You had cheerleaders and everybody else trying to get the bottles off the field. But then it gave the referees a chance to talk about that call.
7 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad they did it.
I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they did that. The referees finally got it right.
Well, okay. In that case, sure. But what if the beer cans wasn't there? What if the cheerleaders wasn't there? What if the crowd acted like a regular college crowd and they would have had to go on to the next play? Absolutely. So if I'm Georgia, I'm as livid as Kirby was.
He turned as red as this thing behind me.
They couldn't even. The people that's supposed to hold him back. He was like, "Are you?" He was like, "When was y'all going to tell me?" Because remember, they cleared it off and they was like, "First down, Texas."
Yeah, but even Kirby knew. But even Kirby knew it wasn't.
But Rob, what the problem I have with this is, because students are throwing bottles on the field, you give you're not supposed to have a chance to have a conversation about the play. Once it's over, that's the point.
Absolutely.
Because now when you go to every other
play is called, you either go to the studios and they look at when the studios say it's too close for us, leave it on the field.
It goes on, whatever that.
Because what team don't want the refs to go back and look? Can y'all look at that just for a little longer, please?
And all we said in a president's now, when we look at it and go, if we keep doing this and we see kids throwing bottles on the field and we
gonna throw bottles too.
We can throw bottles too, even though it cost them $250,000, which is nothing.
Did.
Which is nothing for college. I mean, they making
That's
money.
Texas.
Yeah, but the problem
they're
is,
fine on the bread.
You got other schools that saw that. They go, if we don't get the call we want, we can do the same thing. You open up that door.
You don't need a bunch of cans. You just need some cans.
Just throw one out there.
with liquor in it, so it can hit somebody in the head.
Next game, what we got? Are we at Nation yet? Colorado?
Can we talk about Tennessee, Alabama? Tennessee, Alabama. Tennessee win 24-17. I don't think nobody was like Alabama gonna run the score up on Tennessee. I don't think
I picked Tennessee to win that game.
Yeah.
Alabama had 3 turnovers from Tennessee in that first half.
Who are they, dog? Are they not buying into this new coach?
They only had 7 points in that first half. So Tennessee stayed in the game because Alabama couldn't do anything. What they are, they're frauds. That's what they are. These are not Nick Saban's. Even though they got some of the kids from Nick Saban's regime, these are still not the players. These guys are now relaxed.
That's not Nick Saban's Alabama at all.
It's like a country club. When they've been disciplined all these years from 2007.
It's the white coach from Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Alabama will not make the playoffs, bro.
You couldn't wait for Nick. Well, I ain't gonna, they still love Nick.
They're gonna get beat. They're gonna get beat again, maybe twice.
When Nick left, everybody got comfortable. That's the word I want to use.
Well, in the military, I'm a veteran. The drill sergeant gonna stay on you for 10 weeks. But after the 10 weeks, you're gonna see why. He did that to do that, to do that. You hate them 10 weeks. Nobody in the military can have a beautiful basic training, or you're gonna be a horrible soldier.
So let me ask you this.
To be thinking on your own and making decisions and not knowing the difference between East and West. You need to know it without thinking. And that's how Saban played football.
So when Alabama do not make the playoff this year, how many years you gonna give DeBoer?
Oh,
next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Year.
He got exactly one season, dog.
Because this is his mess. He came in with the mentality of what he saw at Washington last year.
They had 3 people that's in the 4, I think. Another dude.
Pac-12 is not the SEC.
Not at all.
It's a total different game. And he came in with that mentality, and he came in giving Milroe too much of the string instead of pulling back a little bit. You know, like a little choke chain, like you do with your dog. You got to pull him back every now. That's what Nick Saban did. Yeah, you got to pull him back. He's not doing that with Jalen. Jalen thinks he's better than what he is. And I think Jalen
need to get it together.
Hey. Jalen came in thinking, I think I have my next Michael Penix Jr. And he's far from that. Michael Penix was a passer.
He was a proper stand. He didn't want to run.
No.
If Milroe makes it, gets drafted in the NFL, he's going to be a wide receiver or running back.
Dang, Rock with all the
if he gets drafted,
going Milroe gonna be a punt return dude.
I'm on the same page too. I don't think he'll be a quarterback.
He won't be a quarterback in the NFL. Not even close.
Because I think he thinks he is, but I think he's showing you why. Even in that Tennessee game at the end, he made some bad decisions, and he threw it in the end zone on one of those plays where it should have been a lob. Got caught it, picked the ball off from Tennessee. That was a bad pass. I thought I was looking at Dak out there when I saw Jalen.
Let's go. Louisville, Miami. Did anybody watch that or just the highlight?
I watched that one too. Miami, I told you they on thin ice.
I know. You've been saying it every week. They
got a great offense.
They win games like this, dog. Every week, barely.
They got a great offense. But that defense is shaky because when they get a lead, and special teams too, when they get a lead, they can't hold a lead. Cam can only do so much.
They can't ever hold a lead.
So Miami plays to the level of their opponent every single week, but they barely beat Louisville. SMU beat Louisville pretty easily.
Yeah.
So what's that say about SMU?
I mean, we know SMU is nice. We're not arguing that.
But I asked you that question 2 weeks ago. Are you picking SMU over Miami or Clemson? No, you're not.
At the beginning of the season, I said this is Clemson's comeback year. Other than that first game, they looking like they're who they supposed to be.
They bouncing back.
They bouncing back. So I mean, I'm still Clemson heavy on that. But doggone it, SMU look good, dog.
But are you taking SMU over the 2 teams I just said because they got to play in the ACC?
Yeah, I would actually like to hear you answer that question too without marbling around.
I'll take Clemson, SMU, then Miami.
I said you was going. I thought you said SMU second last time we asked you that. He just double checking. Let's go to this Michigan-Illinois game, dog, where Michigan lost in Champaign for the first time since 2008. We are out the playoffs. We will not be in a 12 of nothing. Yeah. We absolutely suck. Michigan State probably going to beat us on Saturday. We don't have a first string, second string, third string, or fourth string quarterback to pass, and we haven't had one since we played Fresno State. Moving on.
Next game.
What did I tell you about Illinois? Remember that just a couple of weeks ago when I brought that up, Rock, to Griff. He said, it's Illinois. Well, please. I told you.
Yeah, you did frown up against Illinois, dog.
I would like to give a shout out to all the veterans in the military. Army is 7-0 and Navy is 6-0. They both ranked. It's a big deal. That game is going to be fun to watch.
And don't forget about Indiana. Who are they?
What is that?
Got Indiana.
They 7-0 too.
7-0, first time in college history. I got tickets, Rock. They play Michigan on the 9th or the 10th in Indiana.
Let's count the Drake. Hold on. I saw the game with Indiana. They look good. But again,
they have a quarterback.
But no, he got hurt.
But I'm saying they got a proper, they out there playing San Antonio Spurs football, basketball style, and they winning games, but also they ain't playing nobody.
Okay.
Would you like me to go to their schedule? Would you like me to go through that garbage schedule they've been on? But I can't even say nothing. They undefeated, and they #1 in the Big Ten.
Come on, dog. I love the story. I love the story.
I love the story too. Shout out to the coach. Yeah.
Come on, dog.
They get their test November 23rd. That's when they play Ohio State.
Well,
That's the biggest test they have.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get Ohio State, dog.
The way we're gonna get mopped up.
It's a nice story. We'll find out what they're all about when they play Ohio State.
Oh, it don't even matter if they lose the rest of their season. The coach is good for probably another 5 years. He gonna get like they did. They special right now. Like I can't wait to go to Indiana because I've never been there. I haven't even been on their campus. So Praise Indy is one of our affiliates. Shout out to all of them who listen to the show.
I'll be there November 7th because Harmony's second game of the season is against Indiana, the Hoosiers. And
Come on, you're going to be there today, 2 days before me.
I'll be there, dog. Shoot, I'll be right courtside, baby. Let's go.
Okay. So are you going to the game? You said you're going.
I'll be courtside at that game.
I'm going to the football game.
I'm going to the football game.
I'm going. No. I just got tickets.
Are you going to the football game, girl?
Yeah, I got 3 tickets. Me, Lanika, and Ross.
Okay, so before we move on, so anybody agree or disagree? Alabama, are they going to be in at the end? They're 15th right now.
They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose another time. Maybe 2
Out
more
of it. So they're gonna take.
LSU gonna beat them.
Who gonna beat them?
LSU is tough. LSU is coming around.
LSU is in Death Valley too, right?
Yeah,
it's a night game too.
Have you been there before?
Man, yes.
I've been to Death Valley in a night game, and that place is beyond rocking.
Who else is on their schedule? They got Auburn or A&M this year?
Who was that?
Alabama.
Who?
Alabama scheduled. They got Auburn or A&M?
No. They got I'm going to the schedule now. I know they had LSU.
Yeah.
They got Oklahoma, which they'll beat Oklahoma because both of them their offense is better than Oklahoma's offense. Oklahoma's
true
on offense. They got Missouri this week.
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
That's what everybody keeps saying out loud.
Gonna be tough.
Well, Mizzou ain't getting blown out. They barely. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They losing some games, but they got a good team over there.
I'll put it like this: they got to run the table.
That's the only way. That's the only way.
That's gonna be tough. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
With 3 losses.
Yeah.
You got a lot of teams in the SEC that may have a chance to get in.
But then you got the teams that's winning their championships with 2 losses. They getting in. Then you got them undefeated. Like like you said, they would have to win the rest of their games to make it to the 12.
And now I do like the new system right now because now it's about all you're trying to do is get in.
Right. So, and also, I know Michigan ain't getting in, but if we could knock off the Buckeyes, if we could just start beating people and messing that's
y'all playoff game. That's y'all playoff game like it is every year.
Yeah, we don't care. But well, that's not true. We've always cared because normally when we play them, it might be number 4 against number 8 or something. So we always get the edge up on the Big Ten championship. But right now, my team looks so. Football season I'm glad my comedy is doing good right now, dog, because football season has been sucking for me, dog.
Let's get to Rock then. I don't know why we're going to be on this.
Let's go, baby.
But what we doing?
Look at his face. If y'all could see his face who listening to the podcast.
Colorado beat Arizona, dog, and they beat them pretty easily. And I know Arizona, they ain't no threat or nothing, but at the end of the day, Colorado is what? They 6-2 now?
No.
No, you just told me. You said they 5-2. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, 5-2. Come on, dog.
I'm still in good shape. I said
man, you crazy. You crazy, man. Colorado's going to win.
And yours don't count either. You didn't give me a number. All you said is over
500. Over 500.
Yeah. If they finish the season 6-6, what you going to do?
Then I didn't
over 500. No,
exactly.
That's not over 500.
That's what I said. I didn't predict.
But right now they had a damn decent pace. Let's move on.
Come on, dog.
They're not in the top 25.
Let me ask you this.
They didn't get one.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Let's just say, I don't think this is going to happen, but let's just say
they
went out. And they went out and they finished with 2 losses.
That's going to be tough.
Do you put them in?
No, they're not.
Colorado.
No, they're not.
No, they're not going to win out. But if they do you put them in?
Who's going to win the Big 12? They in the Big 12. Who?
BYU, Iowa State.
Oh,
undefeated right now.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
And hold on, and Kansas State, who already beat them. So right now, that's three teams in the Big 12 ain't going in.
But Rock, to say what you said so many podcasts ago, year 3, Deion got his squad. If they 5-2 right now, next year, and
Well,
you said it's going to take 3 years.
Yes, sir.
You are exactly at the pace that you predicted when Deion went to Colorado.
But I will say this: he got to go get him a quarterback.
Okay, thank you.
Shador is gone after this year, so he got to go to that portal.
No, but he should have been. He should have did that this year to have him behind. Like, you already in the hole if you get the quarterback out the transfer portal, and then who really want to rush to the Big 12?
And as long as we clear on what I said too, I know what Rock said. That's fine. But what I said too is we'll find out truly if he can coach when his son leaves. He's been coaching his son for so long, but can he go find a quarterback? That's what I will agree with you on that. If he finds a quarterback, he can continue to win.
But then, how do you find a quarterback that comes in like your son? Like, how do you?
Oh, yes, you don't.
No, look, it's gonna be tough because Shador is being tutored by the greatest.
Yeah,
and Tom Brady got Shador on a whole nother level. He ready.
And that's why you're going to the Las Vegas Raiders. You better get ready.
Let me tell you something. That's the only shimmer of hope we got in the world right now.
Or the Cleveland Browns.
But who's part owner of the
Tom Brady? Yes, sir.
Football Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Then. You think he's not gonna bring in? They're gonna try to move up to get the guy that.
I'm not disagreeing or saying nothing.
I love that move.
We as Raider fans, that's a little too far out. We just want to. We got the stupid Chiefs this weekend, dog. Let us around Thanksgiving. We could talk about all first round picks and all. Let us live for a minute.
Next game.
It's really a weak quarterback class this year because I saw Carson Beck on Saturday. He wasn't great. Quinn Ewers, I don't know if he's a first round pick now. I think at the beginning of the season, I think we were all saying maybe top 10, but he can't. He has to be in a perfect situation for him to succeed.
Ain't no perfect situation. Here go a perfect situation. The Raiders bench Minshew on the second play of the game. They benched him last week. The second play of the game, AOC breaks his thumb. They got to bring Minshew back in. Minshew throws 4 interceptions, dog. Wait a minute. And then yesterday, the Raiders picked Desmond Ridder up from the Cardinals practice squad.
Yeah, I saw that.
Let me explain what just happened to the women that's listening and the dudes who really don't understand. It's like being hungry at your house and you don't have no food, but you keep looking in the refrigerator.
That's the Raiders.
You ain't got Desmond Ridder off a practice squad like he was sweet, like he was a gym dog. We are in dire straits.
Colin Kaepernick.
Let's move on to the next.
Colin Kaepernick is right out there.
He's done.
They gave him that money, Brock. They're not giving him no more bread.
You better go bring him back off that doggone couch.
He took the money and he's older. That's the two things.
I still put butts in the seats. You got to give something for the Raider fans to cheer about. Doggone it, they'll cheer for Colin.
Oh, we happy about us. We unhappy about 41,000. Dog, it was 43,000 Steeler fans at Las Vegas last week. Dog, it's too much, dog. I'm not going to home games, dog. I promise you. I'm not.
But that's what teams are doing now. People are buying those tickets.
41,000, dog. Yeah. The place only holds 60. Shut up, Dave. Come on now.
There you go. You got your thumbs up again.
Rock know this. And it's like when he told me to shut up, but he got the thumbs up.
Next college game.
That's what people do now. People buy these tickets now. We'll get to the NFL in a minute, but they buy these tickets now in these NFL stadiums, and then they sell
them. Well, Vegas is a destination. Here you are. You live in Buffalo. You live in Alaska. You get to go to Vegas. You bringing all your people. Y'all get to go on Thursday. The game ain't till Sunday. I can't. When I grew up, when I went to Raider games in Oakland and LA, dog, it was a couple dozen other people, and then them people was either inmates out of jail and we left them alone, but everybody else got dealt with.
That's right.
Get used to it. It's the new NFL. It's about money.
The people nation is not what it used to. Hey, the Raider Nation used to walk into, especially Oakland. Used to go to Oakland games, and it was like, I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to go home. You seeing just demons and skulls.
I never forget a lady in Nashville. I went to go watch the Titans, and a lady said, oh, me and my husband, we season tickets here, and we went to the Raider game, and they poured urine on my husband.
Yeah.
And I was like this, welcome.
Yeah.
I said, you're not going to pour pee on me, are you? She said, we would never. She was so proper. She was like, we just never saw that. But like, why would you pour pee on somebody that came to watch a game?
We'll just highlight some of these games too that's coming up on college football this weekend. You got Friday night, number 17 Boise State, 5-1, 6-1 UNLV.
And that Boise State with that stupid running back that's averaging 7,000 yards a game.
Maybe your Heisman Trophy winner.
You better know his name. I'm telling y'all. That's the first game on Friday night. This is a good one. Notre Dame, number 12 Notre Dame, number 24 Navy. Navy's undefeated. Notre Dame
gonna win. Notre Dame been playing football again. They done evened out. I just love that Navy and Army is undefeated, although they ain't played nobody until they play each other. But still,
let me tell you something about this Navy offense. That's just gonna just bore, slow, run, wishbone, run.
This is all they doing.
They're gonna run. That's it. They're gonna slow this game down so much that Notre Dame is gonna hiccup. They're gonna get frustrated. So listen, I still think Notre Dame should win the game.
Yeah.
But doggone it, if it's close at the end,
mess around and get caught up in that triple option life if you want.
Come on,
I got
man.
Navy in this one.
Mentally, they're gonna get shook.
I agree with you. I got Navy on this one because what they can do is they can lull you to sleep. They can put you to sleep.
And then bust you deep because they got a nice wide receiver and a tight end that be blocking all game. Then they hit them for 41.
Yeah. Like wide open. They're a dangerous team to look at. So that's a good game to look at. Number 1 Oregon, who's number 1 now, against number 20 Illinois.
Yeah, Oregon
gonna mop them up as they should.
We talked about the Alabama, Missouri at
Alabama.
Missouri at Alabama.
That's a scary game, dog. I think Missouri can get
Alabama.
It's at Alabama.
That's the only reason Alabama gonna win.
That's the only reason.
If they lose in Tuscaloosa on Saturday.
But this one we didn't see coming. 6-1 Texas against 5-2 Vandy. Vandy cracked the top 25.
Yeah, Texas
Vandy just broke 25. Yeah,
Texas gonna beat them.
I got Vandy.
Texas gotta beat them.
I still got Texas in the national championship game.
Yeah, Texas gotta beat them. That's the only games. Who Miami got this week?
Miami play Florida State. Florida State they still talking about that.
Remember them? They was like Michigan. I think in the order of the preseason, Florida State is a big disappointment. Michigan is probably not as big as a disappointment to y'all because y'all know that the quarterback. I just thought they would have a little more moxie in the coaching room without that man there no more. But you could obviously see that is Harbaugh's team, and he ain't there. So
it's not even just Harbaugh. It was the part I told you at the beginning of the season. I said they want to be in the top 25 at the end because of the quarterback position. J.J. McCarthy did turn the ball over.
Yeah, but dog, when you don't have we ain't have a quarterback going into week 5 still, like we shouldn't have been. When you see teams like Texas with 2 quarterbacks and teams like Vandy with a quarterback that won it, and here you are at Michigan with 123,000 people supporting you at home, and you can't throw for 100 yards, good. Watch what the Buckeyes do to us. I don't even want to be in the country here in front of
2 more games, too. LSU, number 8 LSU at Texas, number 14 Texas A&M. That's a good one.
Yeah,
it's at Texas.
It's at College Station. Yeah,
yeah. I like Texas A&M and that too.
And then Rocky's boys, SMU, number 22 SMU.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Duke 6-1. They're playing at Duke.
SMU gonna get that.
I thought he was gonna say in school. Yeah, at Duke.
Come on.
They 6-1.
Duke had a quarterback. Duke quarterback play for the Giants right now. I just remember.
You know who SMU coach remind me of? Lanning or Danny.
Dan Lanning.
Yeah, Lanning from
Oregon.
Yeah, they coach exactly the same. They got that same kind of I love SMU, baby. Let's go.
I mean,
you been to a game yet, Rod?
I have not. Not.
SMU they wanted to be in the ACC. They took a pay cut. They're not getting any money off the TV deal. That's how bad they wanted to be in. I
bet they renegotiate that for next year.
Oh, probably if they
for a couple years. Yeah.
If they get an ACC championship game, then we're probably talking about them renegotiating that contract because they're here now. And they're really competitive.
But now you got people but the big deal with SMU being this good right now is everybody, now you got high school kids in Dallas, in Texas, in different places. Texas is one of a football machine making state. Now you ain't got to go to Texas or Texas A&M. SMU is right downtown Dallas. Get some of them boys from DeSoto to start playing together. Yeah.
Duncanville, stop all of them.
They got to fill a stadium up before people start thinking about going to. I know what they're doing in the ACC, but people still like the atmosphere. You talk Texas A&M over SMU and that atmosphere. Where are you going?
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm trying to. I want to know where them cowbells is, though.
they still got the little pony stadium. They got, the little small little horseshoe there.
Yeah.
But that's going to change, man. That's going to change because now
absolutely
jokers like Eric Dickerson finna start popping up on the sideline again.
And now everything's legal. I mean, they got the death penalty.
My dude from my church was the defensive end on that team. Actually, Eric Dickerson is his best friend. He was his best man and all, but before the SMU thing came on 30-30, he had told me about it a long time ago. I was like, wow.
Me and Rock I lived it. I knew.
Oh, yeah, that's right, huh?
Yeah,
sir.
And I used to love the Pony Express. And you had Craig James
in
the backfield.
That white boy was cold.
Nasty.
Oh, man. Nasty. Grown man.
Yeah.
Grown man. So what's next? We going to NFL now?
Absolutely.
Let's rock and roll.
We didn't make picks though, so we just going into the games that we could talk about these games that happened already, and then make our new picks now.
Before we get into the picks, when we come back, let's talk about the Deshaun Watson. Him getting injured.
Yes.
I was taught to love no matter the circumstances, especially for people who do right by you. I'm grateful that I had a chance to serve Deshaun.
Jameis Winston.
But I am very upset with the reaction to a man that has had the world against him for the past 4 years, and he put his body and life on the line for this city every single day, regardless of your perception, regardless of what you thought should happen with him. He committed every single day that I've been here to be the best that he can be for this team. And I know I come from the deep South, Birmingham, Alabama, Bessemer, Alabama. So I know the standard that hungry fans want. But the way I was raised, I will never pull on a man when he's down. But I will be the person to lift him up. And that all of us have unique experiences. All of us have circumstances, conditions, and facts that we face every single day. And I pride myself in being a man of increase and being a man that wants the best out of everybody. I tell myself every morning what I want for myself, I want for everyone. And I do not want the treatment that Deshaun Watson has received from these passionate fans. I know you love this game. When I first got here, I knew these were some amazing fans. But Deshaun was treated badly. And now he has to overcome another obstacle. So I'm going to support him. I'm going to lift him up. And I'm going to be there for him. Because I see the way he fights. I see the way that he works. And I know who he is as a person and as an NFL quarterback. And that's all I have to say to address him. I'm saying,
well,
I did. First of all, I didn't know.
I would like to say that Jameis Winston sound like it'd be different if it was 11 other players by Jameson saying us too. But I feel like Jameis sound like the dude that's about to be the starter, trying to say some positive things before he goes.
Well, actually, Myles Garrett and a few other Cleveland Browns players spoke up and said the same thing.
Okay. Well, here's the fact about Browns fans.
Crab legs serious, Mr. Crab legs is what I call him.
Yeah. In 2007, I was at a Cleveland Brown game. They was playing the Colts. Derek Anderson was the quarterback. The crowd, the season was already over. The crowd was awful. It was my first Browns game. When Derek Anderson got hurt, and carted off the field. The crowd cheered like they won the Super Bowl. And I just remember going, dang, like I never saw that in my life. So it's what the Browns do. It's what they do. Deshaun got booed and then got clapped for when he got out. He was crying when he left. Me, you, and Super Dave Rock know exactly what they was cheering for. We know exactly why they wanted him out of there, because he has came to Cleveland and has done absolutely nothing. And he ain't the Deshaun that they wanted from Houston or the one that came from Clemson. So if he had to eat that, he got to eat that. But he is absolutely done in Cleveland. And y'all said that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so look, booing, that's part of sports. That stuff don't bother me. If you're going to get booed, it is what it is. If you're not performing, your home team going to probably boo you most of the time.
I'm never going to clap if Patrick Mahomes get hurt against the Raiders.
When you get hurt, that's different. When you get hurt, that changes the game. You don't cheer and celebrate somebody getting injured. Like, come on, man. That's now you're crossing the line. Like, even
the line been crossed.
It has nothing to do with his performance on the field, but when he
got something to do with his body, he could hurt himself. He's injured, and if anybody plays sports, you stop for a minute and you recognize that could have been you.
You don't celebrate somebody's injury, man. That was poor sportsmanship. The fans, they should be ashamed of themselves. That's garbage. Now you ain't gotta like Deshaun. You ain't gotta agree with everything that he's done and all the allegations and all that kind of stuff. But the dude got injured. And you celebrate them like laughing, like, that's what you get. Nah, you don't do that, bro.
He tore his ACL, dog.
See, this it was Achilles, I think. This problem I have with
that's what I mean. My bad.
I think they're classless, period. I think you don't do that to your own people.
But I'm just telling you, I was there when they did.
I'm just saying, I remember Philadelphia doing it to Michael Irvin. Rock probably remember this when Michael Irvin got hurt. He was kind of paralyzed on the field. They were in Philly. And Philly fans.
But I mean, you talking about Philly fans though.
But I'm saying I don't have a problem with that because that's an opposing team. But this is your home team. They booed him. They booed him before he came out before Nick Chubb when they do the introduction of the players. They booed him then. I have no problem when you booed him then because then you're booing about what he's been doing on the field.
Right.
That's a problem. That's not a problem. What the problem is, he had 128 yards, probably his best game since he's been in Cleveland. 128 yards before he went out. But when he went out with the ACL tear.
Achilles,
my bad. I got you saying ACL. Yeah, I was abbreviating ACL, Achilles on my paper and put ACL.
Achilles, when he went out with the Achilles, there was no reason for them fans to boo him. Because if anything you want to boo, you boo the owners, the GM, the coaching staff, who's watched this team over the last 6-7 weeks when you knew this guy should have been on the bench. But you didn't have the nerve to put him on the bench because you offered him a guaranteed contract for $230 million, and you try to keep him on the field to get your
money's worth.
Your money's worth out of him. And that was selfish. So if anybody's going to get booed, boo them, not the man. He was still playing on the field. He still put his life on the line trying to win a football game, even though he wasn't good. But he tried to put his life on the game.
Man, who knows? We might have booed him too in Las Vegas. We suck when we be
y'all definitely would have booed him. Yeah, y'all
I know one thing. I know who got booed, but them boos turned into cheers was Russell Wilson.
Sierra husband, dog. Sierra husband. Wasn't we just laughing 3 weeks ago saying, so why would you put in Russell? Why would you stop the momentum of the youngin and say, hey, Sierra husband, come put your helmet on, dog. It's time for you.
Because it's Russell Wilson.
He had some rust that he shook off and turned into the Russell Wilson that we know. I thought it was awesome. Very happy for the Steelers. Shout out to Mike Tomlin for making that decision.
Let's tap the brakes. It was against the Jets. And he was playing against
and then let's talk about Liza Minnelli and Sylvester Stallone's son, Aaron Rodgers, in the face. Aaron Rodgers is the most blame it on the running back and the wide receivers and the line and the coaches and the dude who hold the first yard flags. He blames it on everybody except saying, I suck.
It's him.
They just gave you the shot. A Raider fan put, the wide receiver that they just got from the Raiders, he lost to the Steelers, then he went to the Jets. He lost twice to the Steelers in 3 weeks.
Let me say this, man, because I was the first cheerleader for doggone Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely. Yes, you have been.
And this dude is just disappointing me. I'm like, come on, bro. I mean, I get it.
Garbage.
You're 40.
He's garbage.
You're 40, but you're
He's
smarter
looking
than
old,
that.
dog.
You're smarter than that, bro. You're throwing. You want the ball to get intercepted. Like, come on, Aaron. If it ain't there, just throw the ball out of bounds.
And I think everybody is going, Aaron Rodgers step back. It's only 2nd and 6. Overthrown?
Come
Aaron
on,
Rodgers?
man. He missing touchdowns. He missing middle of the field throws. It's like, so you know what? My bad on that one, guys.
Listen, Rodgers had 7 interceptions already in the season. We've only played 7 games. Zach Wilson had 7 through 9 games in 2022. The same Zach Wilson had 7 through 12 games in 2023. You're getting the worst version of Zach Wilson right now. That's what you're doing now.
You getting hold on. You getting what? When Brad Pitt was the baby that turned old, Benjamin Buttons, that's what you getting a Zach.
Hey, and Devontae Adams over there like, is it too late to renege?
Devontae Adams is saying, did I say the Jets? I meant the Giants. Who are?
No, not even the Giants. No.
I'm just saying.
In New York right now. Nowhere in New York. No.
Well, that game's over and it sucked. Let's just go straight to this Detroit-Minnesota game.
Griff, I was trying to get past and just go make the picks. I didn't want to talk about Detroit because that's what he wants to do.
Hey,
Minnesota's undefeated. They beat Minnesota. It was a big win for Detroit. And guess what, Rock? For the last 2.5 seasons, or since we've been on, Detroit been playing like a team that everybody in the Midwest and all Detroit fans from 40 years ago could be proud of. And I wish my team played like Detroit. Shout out to Detroit, dog. Them boys look amazing.
Let me say this. This is everybody's favorite team this year, even if you're not a fan. This is the greatest show on turf 2.0. This is the team that
that's strong.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't do that.
Oh, are you serious?
We all rooting for him, but it ain't the greatest. It ain't the greatest show.
Look, even your little icon popped up and agreed with that again.
Just be happy they are where they are.
No, the Detroit Lions are the most entertaining team in NFL this season. Who's more entertaining?
Green Bay.
No, not even close.
No, more entertaining. Washington.
No, they ain't playing nobody. Don't do that.
No, man, we got 4 different flea flickers. Like Dan Campbell's got like 4 different styles of flea flickers, though. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that put the flea flicker and then roll out the tight end.
Yes,
like nobody's ever done that.
That's not him. That's the next Cowboys head coach, Ben Johnson.
Hey man,
that's who it really is.
I love.
I'm not disagreeing. I think of the greatest show on. I remember they had Marshall Faulk and the wide receivers. And it was always a bunch of. I mean, you got. What's the matter with your wide receiver that can't get it together? That's gambling and doing drugs and about to be out. What's the matter with that dude? That's 23 years old. He don't want it. He don't want it.
Dumb.
He don't want it.
Hey,
but here's why. And I'm not saying this as a super fan. I'm saying this as Rock Teasy, the sports genius.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Goff may be your MVP if he stays healthy.
Rock,
the dude is light.
Over Lamar Jackson.
I was just about to ask you that.
The dude ain't throwing it. He's not turning the ball over. He's not. He's 82%, I think.
Yeah,
75, 82%.
Oh, that's sweet.
Come on, bro. He's like last week he only missed, I think, 2 passes. This week he missed 3.
Oh, and then that one week he ain't missed.
He didn't miss.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if he stay like that, you got to give him the MVP, and we win the Super Bowl.
I think right now it's between him and Lamar, and if I had to pick today, it's Jared Goff, because the one thing he's not doing, he's not turning the ball over.
Lamar had a good game yesterday. He threw 5 touchdowns. He looked like the Lamar everybody wanted. But even I said on air, I said, well, Super Dave has got me jilted with him being a Cowboy fan. But I said, is people in Baltimore happy that Lamar had a good game, or are they like make it to the playoffs?
Yes. And you got to get past.
Get 5 touchdowns in the playoffs.
And you got to get past
against
who?
the Chiefs.
And you got to get past who?
The Chiefs. At the end of the day, the champs.
And him. But the one thing I do like, I like Lamar. But the one thing I do like, and the Cowboys go get this guy. They, like Jerry said, we didn't have $2 more million to spend on Derrick Henry. But
Big
God
mistake.
dog it, man. That changes the game. But this is the problem I have with Baltimore. When you get to the playoffs and you got to play the Kansas City Chiefs, do not move away from the run. Do not start being a quarterback that's trying to compete with Patrick Mahomes. Just run the damn ball.
Man, you got a 50-50 chance over there. You pass it, give it to the dually. Give it to the dually. The dude that's behind Lamar Jackson is the same size as Rock T's truck.
Like for real, like the dude, Derrick Henry's gonna rush for 2,000 yards this year, especially because they got the extra 17th game. He's gonna run for 2,000 this year.
I'll just say this before we move to our picks. I wish that we had a coach like Dan Campbell.
Come on, dog. Say it again.
Who don't want a Dan Campbell coach?
Because he is passionate. I think he does some crazy stuff sometimes. We'll find out what kind of coach. Hold on, we'll find out.
No, he got that locker, dog.
Come on, man.
No, we'll find. No, he does the stuff like we saw in San Francisco last year.
Yeah, fourth down. We going for it. And I can live with that. Listen,
he even said last year that he should have kicked the field goal.
He should have, but
okay,
that's who we are.
But
so
he said he did the same thing all season. Why change it right now?
That's who we are. He did this last week. He went for it, and he should have punted it. But
we never got a chance to. I don't know if you guys remember this. We never got a chance when Detroit played Dallas, and I knew Detroit was coming in to punish Dallas for what happened during the regular season the year before. They had like 11 plays where they had the offensive lineman. They had an offensive lineman at receiver at one point. You remember that?
Come on, dog.
They had like 11 times where the offensive lineman was eligible to be.
We fun.
Yes, was a problem last year.
We stand a lot.
Who y'all got this week?
Okay, here we go.
Let's go.
Thursday night, Vikings and the Rams.
Vikings.
Vikings
I got Minnesota.
Minnesota for real.
Give me Minnesota. The Jets at the Patriots. 2-5 Jets at the 1-6 Patriots. Give me the Jets.
Give me New England.
Man,
I gotta take the Jets on this one. Come on, Tom. Doggone.
I don't like the Jets. But the Patriots trying to get Travis Hunter.
Dog, Drake May done got 500 yards a game in 2 games, dog. Play with him. Drake May, the boy, dog. That boy over there a problem.
You can say all what you want to say. I'm going with the Jets. That ain't
How about that? Grow up.
The Eagles at the Bengals.
Give me Philly.
I'm taking Cincy.
Oh,
Cincinnati.
They finna get hot. Joe finna get hot.
I'm with you. Give me Cincinnati.
Y'all disrespectful. Go ahead.
The Cincinnati defense still shaky, but give me Cincinnati. The Packers at the Jags.
Green Bay.
We all agree. This is an easy one. Give me the Lions. Titans at the Lions.
Yep.
Please. What up? I'm just gonna write down what up though.
The Falcons at the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers lose Mike Evans. On Monday night, and
they got lost both 1 and 2 receivers.
Yeah, they lost a couple. Give me Atlanta. Rock.
I said Falcons.
Okay.
The Cardinals at the Dolphins.
Arizona.
Tua's
coming back
with no protective helmet,
even though he shouldn't.
Arizona.
If Tua plays. Is it 100% that he's playing for sure?
You don't get it. I ain't even seen. They still. It's only Tuesday though. So
he's playing. Okay, I got Miami if he's playing.
All right.
I don't think he should play, but
give me the Dolphins.
All right.
The Ravens at the Browns. Give me the Ravens.
Yep.
Nobody believes in Crab Leg, Mr. Crab Leg.
Jameson always pulls out a win that he's not supposed to win every year he plays.
You got a bunch of those in New Orleans casually, dog. You're absolutely right.
Are you picking the Browns? Are you picking the Browns?
Nope. Baltimore.
He said all that.
Yeah.
The Colts at the Texans.
Which is a good game. I'm gonna go with Houston.
Only because they at home.
Yeah.
Houston.
Give me the Colts. The Saints at the Chargers. Saints mailing it in now. Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, they started.
Wait a minute.
I'll
Who
take
did
the Chargers? I'll take the Chargers.
They got Rattler as the quarterback now.
Give me the LA Chargers.
Oh, I thought you changed your mind. The Bills at the Seahawks. This is good. That should be a good one.
Buffalo.
I don't know. You see what Geno did to the Hawks? Nobody saw that really coming.
Oh, what's
Buffalo?
Yeah.
You giving Amari a full week?
You're right.
Giving Amari a full week to learn the rest of the plays? Come on,
right.
It might be out for Seattle.
Who you got?
Give me the Bills.
Okay.
This would have been a good game. Now it's not because what's his name is weak. Jaden Daniels week to week now. The Bears at the Commanders, 1-2 in the draft, in the NFL draft, this past year's NFL draft.
And
Washington.
Mariota's now probably going to be the starter for them.
Who came in looking
Oh,
pretty
they
doggone
said
good.
he was too.
But against the Panthers.
Give me the Bears.
Give me the Bears.
I'm taking Washington, man. Let's go. I'm taking the old Mariota, the old vet.
Marcus let us down so many times. Marcus let us down, dog.
It was against the Panthers defense, who's 31st, who's 32nd, who's the worst, who's behind them, or who's in front of them. The Cowboys. They're the 31st worst defense.
Doggone shame.
The Panthers at the Broncos.
The
Give me
Panthers?
Denver. Give me Denver.
Yeah, give me
Sean
Bo.
Payton.
Okay, give me the Chiefs. The Raiders. Chiefs ate the Raiders.
Give me the Chiefs too.
There you go.
All year long against
There
the
you
Chiefs.
go. I'm waiting to let your super fan
Let's go
get in the
Taylor
way.
Swift boyfriend, dog.
Are you a true fan? I've never seen you do that.
Yeah,
Never.
because I'm mad at him, dog.
I've been mad at the Cowboys, but you dogged me out when I went against them.
Nah,
This will be the game.
Dog.
This
That's
will be
my
the hiccup
problem.
game.
In my whole life, I never go against them, but we be losing. And guess what? I would have won $640 if I would have won. That's the only game I lost was the Raider game.
This will be that
Because I'm
hiccup
always
game for
taking
Kansas City. This will be that hiccup game for Kansas City, but I'm still picking the Chiefs.
The Cowboys at the 49ers.
Give me Dallas.
Give me Dallas.
Is everybody back healthy with San Francisco?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Ayuk is hurt. Debo's in the hospital.
Debo's done. They done started the boy. They got shot in the chest. Like
Debo has pneumonia in the lungs. That's what he has. McCaffrey probably won't come back for a couple of weeks.
And when he do, it might be a wrap for him.
They got like 8 guys out.
Give me Dallas.
Okay. And then for Halloween, it's not on Halloween, but it's on Monday night on the 28th. A scary game. The Giants and the Steelers. Give me the Steelers.
Give me Pitt. Yeah. All right, man.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, continue to tell a friend to tell a friend. And we appreciate all the
robots. Didn't we say that?
Oh, we can get back to it.
Yeah. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah,
they
we
robots. They here forever.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We good. Deuces.
And the NBA tips off.
Robots, but we figured we're gonna be here till we die, so we just gonna push it.
I hate the homies.
Tonight, NBA tips off on what's tonight? Today.
2 games.
Yes, the Bronnies, the Jameses,
the
father and son.
Ken Griffey Jr. and his daddy is going to go to the game to watch LeBron, and it's going to make NBA history. Everybody's going to be watching it, and Bronny might get a rebound the whole game.
Why would it? It's going to be a freaking soap opera all year long for a guy that shouldn't be in the NBA.
But one thing about soap operas, they last forever.
And people watch them.
It's going to last all season long, and I'll be checking out on the Lakers. I'm not watching that crap.
I'll be watching. Thank you. I hate the homies. Rock
Days of Our Lives. I wish I had some Days of Our Lives music I could play right now. No, I'm Griff, a.k.a. Mr. Raider Nation Steel, no matter what, a.k.a. Mr. Go Blue, no matter what, a.k.a. Jason the Jet Terry, and I hate the homies, but my football team sucked this year, dog.
And this is your boy, Super Dave. I'm right there with you, but I've been saying it for like 4 or 5 years. Y'all been criticizing me for saying my team sucks. And now you're jumping on board. Now you see. The Raiders and the Cowboys had 2 bad owners. Y'all had Al Davis.
And they were best friends.
and they were
And
best
they
friends.
was partners. And no, but here go the hammer though. Remember, Jerry was the young one coming in trying to peep game from Al Davis. And then he saw everything Al was doing wrong and flipped it. Can't be mad at him.
Yeah, but he's doing everything wrong now. So it's your boy Super Dave. But guess what, y'all?
We don't care.
We don't care. Stupid teams.
I hate the homies.